Welcome to practice. Take a comfortable seat. Turn your eye gaze low or close your eyes. Take in your breath. Several rounds of deep breath. Breathe in and out of the belly. Breathe in and out of the nose. Do that as much as possible, as much as it works throughout this practice. The breath can help to pull you into the present moment, to stay in the present moment. Start there, and then we'll layer on. Nod the chin down to the chest, rock the head from side to side. Keep right ear over towards the right shoulder. Walk the left fingertips out to the side. Enjoy the extra stretch. Take the free hand on top of the head and give it a little nudge more out to the side. And again, enjoy the little extra layer of stretch. Make sure you're gentle here. Walk the hands back, chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder. Walk the right fingertips out. Add the free hand on top of the head. And again, you could certainly put more force down. That's not going to feel good. You want to extend out to the side. It's not about what you can do. It's often about what keeps you settled here in this breath, in this moment. And that'll also help us onward. Okay, walk the hands back, chin to chest. Lift the head, open your eyes. Make your way over to all fours. As we come to all fours, place the hands under the shoulders and the knees right underneath the line of the hips. Moving cat and cow. Feel free to pull a little bit more side to side, circular, whatever feels nice here. I mentioned that breath in and out of the nose earlier. Though surely, sometimes breath out of the mouth feels really good. From the play in cat and cow, find a neutral spine. Turn the hands out so that your thumbs face forward, fingers out to the side, and lift the right leg up and back. Tiny little pulses. Pull the knee into the chest and hover and hold here. Press down a lot through your hands and the bottom knee. And then lower the right knee down. Change the hands, one more 90-degree turn so that the fingers face backwards. If that's too intense, too much, don't do it. And lift the left leg up and back. And then the tiny pulses. Pull the left knee into the chest. Lower it down and slowly rotate the hands back out, first to the side and then all the way. So fingers face forward. Downward facing dog, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Big stretch. Step the right foot all the way forward to a low lunge. Keep lengthening the stride until the front knee is over the line of the toes, right over the ankle, in line with the center of the toes, I meant to say. And then add the twist, right hand high. Bring the right hand down and then walk both hands up to the front thigh and come all the way up, high lunge, arms to the sky. Push out through the back heel, sit lower into the front thigh. Lower both hands, step back to plank. Add in a push-up. Go back to downward facing dog. Breathe right here. And then second side, step the left foot in between the hands. Long, low lunge. Feet hip distance apart, square off the hips. Left hand to the sky. Add the twist. And then left hand comes back down, reset, both hands to the front thigh. Lift the torso straight up and down. Push through the back heel, extend forward through the front knee. Arms to the sky. Lower the hands down, step back to plank. One push-up. Downward facing dog. Come forward again to plank pose. Lie flat down onto the yoga mat. Interlace the hands behind you or keep the palms open and lift everything that you can up. Shalabhasana, locust pose, hands open or hands bound. Take another breath here. And then release to child's pose. Sit the hips back to the heels. Walk both hands over to the right side. And across the center over to the left side. Both hands across the center. Change again to downward facing dog. Twisted down dog. Take the right hand to the outside of the left thigh or all the way down to the outside of the left ankle. Try to pull and twist yourself underneath. Lower the right hand down. Do that on the second side. Left hand goes to the right thigh or all the way closer to the ankle. Look under and twist. Two hands down. Step the right foot through. Bring both hands to the inside, down dog lunge. So spin the back heel down, 2 flat feet. Walk the hands towards the left corner or the left side of the yoga mat. Walk the hands back in, switch to the second side. You can step backwards or forwards to do that, but end up with the left foot forward, right foot back, spin the heel down, hands walk in, and out to the right corner or the right side of the mat now. Try to be low in the hips. Push down and out through both feet. And then come stand at the front of the mat. So as you walk the hands back, step the back foot forward. Stand tall, reach the arms to the sky. Crescent shape, lean the hands to the right, push your hips to the left. Feet can be closer together, further apart here, doesn't matter. Lift to the center. Do that to the second side. Little squeeze in the glutes, nice push down through our feet, steady. Back into the middle, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit down into the thighs. Keep the feet flat, knees still over the line of the middle of the foot. Feet can be wider apart to accommodate that. Lower the arms to shoulder height. Round the back like cat pose. And try to touch your head down to your knees. Lower the hands to the ground. Straighten the legs. Forward fold. And then keep your right foot forward. Step the left foot back into a lunge. Lift the torso. Lift the arms. Do the crescent shape again. Hands go to the right. Sway the upper body to the right. Push through the left heel to balance you. Come back to the center. Lower the hands. Step back to plank. Lower flat down to the mat. Hands behind the head. Keep the legs straight, hands behind the head here, and lift. Elbows can go more forward to make this a little more doable. Straight out to the side for more difficulty. And then everything lowers down. Press up and back to down dog. And step the left foot forward. Come up to your high lunge. Palms together, cross at the thumbs and lean to the left. Great stretch and length across the side, whole length of the torso and down into the right hip flexor here. And then lower the hands, again, either side of the front foot. Step back to plank. Lower flat down to the mat. One more time, hands behind the head, straight legs, lift up. Push back to child's pose. Be present with your breath. Inhale, the exhale. To stay present in the body, present with each posture. Okay, we change again to down dog. Walk your hands backwards to your feet. Ragdoll pose, hang heavy here. And then slowly roll it up to standing. Shoulders up and back a couple of times. Okay, we'll take a wide stance. turn the right toes out, bend the right knee, warrior two. We've done a lot of lunges with the hips closed. We're forward here, we're open out to the side. Take that into side angle, elbow to the knee, top arm palm down overhead. Bring the top hand back to the waist. Look down at your right foot, heel toe the back foot in until all of your weight is on that right side, and lift off for half moon. Lift the left leg into the air. Lift the left arm back up. And think of that same open side space of the hips. From here, go down to a low lunge. So you're looking towards the front right foot. We're in a low lunge. We've closed off the hips. And they'll stay in this position for our pyramid pose. Hop the back foot in, straighten both legs, bring the hands to the waist and send the head down towards your shin. Good balance work here. Stay stable by pushing down through the front big toe, back big toe, and outer heel. Keep pressing down and out through your feet and lift your torso all the way up to standing. Slowly rotate so that you're open to the side of the mat and switch directions. Left toes out, right toes straight ahead. Do this full combination on the second side. So it's bend the left knee, start in warrior two, arms out in either direction. Good. Look out over the front fingertips. Remembering present moment, you're here, and we're just adding on. Elbow to the knee, top arm, palm down overhead, side angle. Nice full stretch and reach. Bring the right hand to the waist, look down at the left foot. Start to walk the back foot in, heel toe, until all the weight can get out over the left side, and then change to half moon pose. Now, bottom leg can definitely be bent. If it goes straight, or if you want the bottom hand underneath the height of a yoga block, something more helpful, that works. From half moon pose, we're finding low lunge, closing off, really focusing the hips, the body towards the short end of the yoga mat again. Staying in that direction for pyramid pose, slide the back foot in. Little shorter stance, line up about heel to heel here. Turn the back toes in a lot. Bring both hands to the waist and then straighten the left leg. You can be as upright in the torso as it takes to get the legs straight, and try to keep the right hip facing down towards the ground, the left hip more up and back here. And then we fold over to the degree that works. Breathe into this pose. Inhale, come all the way upright. Bend both knees, take a moment, walk around to the front of the mat, shake out the legs, and big reach up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Sun salutation here. Inhale, half lift. Step back to plank. Lower to the mat. Peel the chest high for cobra. Back into downward facing dog. Right away, lift the right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Step it all the way forward to your lunge and lower the back knee to the ground. The back knee, the front foot on the ground, kind of squeeze them in towards each other to energize the strength of the legs. Lift your arms up to the sky. Bend at the elbows like goddess or goalpost arms here. Squeeze the tips of the shoulder blades in. Try to extend at the top of the shoulders. Keeping that squeeze in the shoulder blades, extend the arms straight again. A little more back bend in there. And then lower the hands down either side of the front foot. Lift the back knee up. Step backwards to plank. Lower down to the mat. Cobra. Downward facing dog. Right away, lift the left leg up into the air, three-legged dog. And sweep it forward into your low lunge. Right knee, back knee down to the mat. Squeeze the back knee forward, the front heel back. Lift up, arms to the air. Bend at the elbows again, out towards goddess and goalpost arms. Keep the squeeze, work the arms straight again. Lower the hands around the front foot. Step back again to plank pose. Down to the mat. Cobra. Down dog. This time stay in down dog. A few breaths there. Look forward to the hands now. Step or jump to the front of the mat. Half lift. Forward fold. Stand, reach the arms to the sky. Palms together, center of the chest. Pause, take it in, a couple of breaths. And then again, change to the wide stance on your mat. Turn the right foot out. Triangle pose, so reach the head as close as you can towards the right side. Lower the right hand to a block or the floor or your leg. And then turn, hips out to the side, shoulders stacked as much as we can. Left arm straight up. One add-on, take the top arm now long overhead, more towards the right toes rather than up to the sky. A little more reach there. Nicely done. Left arm goes back to the sky. Stand all the way up. And simply turn on the feet. I'm starting with hands at waist here and sort of setting the length of the torso and head first. Then drop left hand down, again to leg, underneath a block or the ground. Make sure both legs are straight. And the top of that right hip more out towards the side, as if it's trying to point straight up to the sky, and then take your right arm up to the sky. Good, breathe here. And then that one extra ask, arm overhead, meaning more towards the left toes here. Change right arm straight up to the sky. Use it like it's hanging onto a rope and pull yourself up. Go to warrior two here. Bend the left knee. Lower the hands on either side of the left leg and change to pigeon pose. Bring the left knee behind the left wrist. Heel closer into the right side. Come down to the forearms. Walk out through the back leg as much as the hips allow. And then you are going to fall off to the left side so that the right leg is free to come around to the front. A seated twist here. Cross the right foot over the left thigh. If that brings your opposite seat off the ground like it does for me, we're going to extend the bottom leg out so that we can sit back down on both sides of the butt and twist. Look over your right shoulder. Untwist. Send the right leg all the way back behind you so you get back into that pigeon pose. Extract your way to downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. And then right side, right knee to the right wrist, pigeon pose. Heel comes closer to the left side. That right heel can always come out more towards a 90-degree line if that works for this moment, for your hips, the body, the breath, all present. And then we're going to let ourselves fall off to the right side. Swing the left leg around to the front. Again, it steps and crosses all the way over. We want both sides of our butt on the ground. To make that easier, you can extend the right leg, the bottom leg out, and add in the twist. Hold the front of the shin, or you can go elbow to the outside of the thigh. Do look to the side and even back over the left shoulder. Okay, we unwrap here and just send both legs straight out. Good hamstring stretch. Lift the arms up. Keep the spine long, arms long, legs long. Hinge forward until you find a deep stretch through the middle back of the thigh, really the meat of the hamstrings muscles. And you can relax and drop the arms, round the back more. And slowly transition to lie all the way down onto the back. Enough room to hug the knees in. At first, hands around the front of the shins and really force a squeeze in, knees very close to the chest. Then keep doing that on the right leg, but send the left leg long. Hold on, right hand at the top of the right shin, but left hand down at the ankle, so that you then angle the right knee more out to the side, more towards the outer armpit, while the heel comes more towards the midline of the body. And then switch the grasp. So if you take the left hand at the top of the right shin and the right hand has to try to reach down to the front of the ankle, it'll probably keep your leg quite parallel. Little different asks in the hip there. And then from here, we're going to take the right leg all the way across into a twist. Left hand, just a little helper on the outside of the right thigh. Extend the right arm out to the side. Always a great stretch here for the rotation in the torso and into the outer hip. Okay, let's bring it back in and then switch legs. Pull the left knee up. And you start with the left hand at the top of the shin, the right hand down towards the ankle and angle it out. And then flip, right hand at the top, left hand at the ankle. I have to lift head and shoulders to get there, but then can usually release down. And change into the twist, left knee all the way across. Use the right hand to help just a little extra weight on the outside of the thigh, left arm out to the side. Again, that strong ask and rotation in the torso. Great stretch into the outer hip, glute on the left side. Okay, come back into the middle, pull both knees into the chest. And set the left foot flat down onto the mat. Hold on to the inside of the right foot. And extend the leg out towards the diagonal line. It's more doable keeping the left foot flat on the ground, why we started there. You could try it with the left leg extended. If you extended the left foot, go back to foot on the ground here. And then pull the right leg straight up towards the sky. Hold on behind the ankle or behind the thigh with both hands here. Strong focus on strength, stability, and flexibility in the hips throughout this month. So I'm trying to make sure we have at least one class a month like this where we spend a little bit more time on our backs, stretching the hips. Okay, let the leg go up and down a couple of times. Find some of the mobility, range of motion. And then set the sole of the right foot onto the ground. Pull the left knee into the chest. Hold on from the inside of the foot. That's a little different hold so that we're working a little bit more stretch in the adductors here as you extend the leg out towards the side. And then again, the right leg can go flat down to the mat if you want a little more stretch. Bring the sole of the right foot back to the mat if you had extended the leg. Left leg up towards the sky. Change your hold, so we're holding on behind the ankle or behind the thigh. Release the hands and swing the leg up and down a couple of times. And pull both knees into the chest. Rock a bit side to side here. Reach the arms long overhead, from the fingertips down to the toes. Big full body stretch. Okay, one last little bit. Eagle legs, wrap the right leg on top of the left, right arm under the left. 8 crunches, pull in and out 8 times. Find your own pace here. Make the knees and elbows come together and move apart. Right before Shavasana, sometimes I think it feels nice to put a little extra heat back into the body. Switch sides, left leg on top, left arm on bottom, and 8 more. Exhale breath every time you rise for that crunch. Unwind the legs. And then fall flat against your mat, right into Shavasana. Give yourself as much release as possible. Stillness in body. Allow the mind to be still by keeping concentration on the breath. And perhaps even softening concentration away from the breath. You are always welcome to stay longer in Shavasana. So as ready, find your way back to a seated position. Just like we opened this practice, full attention to the breath. Belly breathing, deep inhale, full exhale. Here's hoping the gifts of today's practice allows you to stay present, breath by breath, moment by moment, in the practice of the greater day. We'll close together in the sound of Om. Sing along, listen, tune it out. Do empty out the breath here and take a deep breath in. Namaste.